What's up, guys? My last video on here was a short about trading my 86 E30 for a 92 Alfa Romeo 164 with a 3-liter Busso, and it died. Now, while this car is infinitely beautiful and I love it very much, it's also Italian. So we had a crank sensor go bad that I'm waiting to be shipped. Cool fact about these cars, I have never run into a transversely mounted motor that is this accessible. The thing was made to be worked on, and I very much appreciate that. Tore the interior apart a little bit for electrical diagnostic, but looks pretty mint. Love it. But I bought something else. Oh, look at this guy. What you're seeing here behind me is my new 93 Mazda MX-6. But this thing is absolutely loaded with parts. So here we're gonna list them and just go through what the previous owner did to this car. I pretty much don't have to do anything to it. It is almost all the way built, which is sad because I can't do anything to it, but cool because I don't have to do anything to it and spend money on it. Besides this, actually an S14 lip here that's cracked and broken here on the corner, so I might have to get a new one. However, I do have a Japanese market front end with the license plate cut out, and a real Mazda Speed lip for it, along with Mazda Speed side skirts. But we have a lot more Mazda Speed stuff already on the car to look at. First here is going to be a Japanese market KLZE. We didn't get these here in the States. They make about 200 horsepower at, what's the rev limit? 7,500 RPM. We already have some hot shot headers on it. Transmission's just a stock 5-speed with a lightweight flywheel, upgraded clutch. Has an LSD already, so it's pretty prepped up for some spirited driving. He's already made, one of the issues with this car is that they have an internal ignition coil, so he's actually made an external one because they like to burn up and some not so good things happen. Following to the outside here, we have some Mazda Speed MSO1s. Let's see here. By Rays, made in Japan, forged monoblock. And on the inside of the barrels here somewhere, there will be a Rays sticker. Then we have some Cork Sport Mazda Speed 6 big brakes. He's upgraded to the Mazda Speed 6 brakes, so handles amazing, stops amazing, very good upgrade, very much liked. Come up to the roof here, we have a real Mazda Speed catalog wind deflector. And at the rear here, we have also a real Mazda Speed wing and a Mazda Speed third brake light to block the mounting holes of the original wing. He's added this little Tuned by Mazda Speed badge. Don't know if I like it quite yet, because it's not a Mazda Speed car, but it looks pretty good. Put a seatbelt bracket, not sure what you call it, a harness bar in the back seat, so it's not too bad. The car overall, side profile, looks pretty great. Oh, he put these, a lot of Mazda Speed cars got these in Japan, RX-7s, Lantis, a lot of models along that line got this touring kits depending on specs. There's a whole bunch of letter specs. He chose to do the A spec on this one. I do have, like I said, the Mazda Speed side skirts, which are incredibly rare to find for these cars. I have them, just need to get them painted and some body work done. Moving to the inside, we have some Mazda Speed buckets. These are going to be, from what I read on forums, these are Bride Type Fs made for the Mazda Speed catalog. So that's pretty cool. They're fully functional, you know, move back and forth on the rails. I added my Benetton Momo wheel in. Don't know if I like it quite yet. I have a suede Mazda Speed wheel to put in it that came with the car originally. We have some Mazda Speed gauges, or I guess a Mazda Speed gauge cluster. And Mazda Speed shift knob, Pioneer radio. He mounted another Mazda Speed badge on the dash. I'm not sure if I like that either. But it's a very, very clean car. I love it so far. So overall, this car is very clean. I'm gonna go ahead and start her up, warm her up, and then we'll do a POV drive. Now it's on. Open the sunroof. This sunroof is so freaking cool, I swear. Never quite appreciated cars that open the sunroof like that. Right now, driving the Mazda. It's not very loud. Give it a few little revs. It's been on for about a few minutes now. Nice. So the differential that's in it is a shorter gear ratio than would come in these cars stock. So at 70 miles an hour, this car does sit at about 3,500 RPM, which I don't like personally. However, hasn't really been too much of a problem. Hasn't been stressing the motor too much. So not really a highway car. I still try to take it on the highway sometimes when I'm on my way to work. We also have here a Subaru Compass, out of like a early 2000s, maybe late 90s Subaru. Look at this guy. Okay, cool. Anyway, that's pretty cool. It actually works. The car turns with the direction. I'll probably give you a preview of that now. Yeah, that's awesome. But it's a pretty smooth driving car. I like it, at least. Handles corners great, but I think it should with everything that's done to it. It has its creaks and stuff because it's a 90s car built with, unfortunately at the time, Mazda was partnered with Ford. So build quality wasn't like amazing. I still like it. The interior is very nice. I do like the cockpit point of view. Very driver-centered, which is awesome for me. But let me get it to full temp and we'll give it a few pulls. I want to get over to this middle lane here. Maybe let her go. I'll do like a 20 roll. All right. Spins all of hers. So that concludes everything for my 93 Mazda MX-6. But here we have a small kitten. Good kitten. This is Iris. All right. Bye.